This is Row Talk.
Again, thank you, Manoj, for agreeing to chat. We we already agree that your background is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like you're enjoying your time in a nice
Yeah, some
mountainous area.
yeah. I guess it should be Hawaii. At
Hawaii.
least, at
Okay.
least I wish it is Hawaii.
Oh yeah, have you ever been to Hawaii?
No, I haven't been, but I want to.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I know that it's nice. It's a great
It's a great
vacation
place,
destination,
great food, great people.
but it's in the middle of nowhere. So it's basically if something happens to the plane, you're gonna fall into the ocean. Yeah.
I can take my chance of that.
Yeah.
Like everything, like we are seeing a lot of things in these days, so
Yeah.
that's not a
That's
big
true.
thing we expect, and we cannot
Yeah.
hold back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's been a crazy year, more than a year. And yeah, I'm happy that
Yeah,
here in Ontario we can start going out soon. They have a plan for reopening. So starting in June, we can hopefully get out
yeah.
and
Hopefully, everyone when everyone get
yeah, go ahead.
like when everyone gets vaccinated, at least the first dose, maybe they will reopen few.
Yeah, that's the plan. They have a 3-phase approach, and I think the first phase is on the second week of June. They're targeting 60% of adults getting the first dose before
Mhm.
they implement the first phase. But last I read, we are already at 58.5%. So that's almost 60%.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's good.
like almost here in Brampton, they identified some areas as hotspots, and everyone above 18 are getting vaccinated, and even I got vaccinated. If you can see
Oh
the
yeah,
sticker,
I can see the
yeah,
sticker.
I got vaccinated like it's been 10 days now. No, last Thursday. Yeah,
Oh yeah, did you have any reaction?
just some pain in the
Oh,
hand. That's all. Nothing more.
so
I
did they
guess
tell
the
you?
second dose will give some reactions.
Did they tell you? Whether you can start going out and hanging out with people, or do they still advise you to follow
No,
the
they
same
didn't say
rules?
anything. Yeah, we still have to follow the rules.
Okay. Because yeah, I'm planning to get my vaccine at some point. So yeah, it's yeah. I was just wondering how the rules were because obviously, if you get the one vaccine, you're supposed to have some immunity to the COVID virus, but they
Yeah,
still recommend you follow the rules because
yes,
the
yeah. Until
second
second the
dose.
vaccine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool, man. That's good. And do they tell you how long you have to wait for yours second dose?
It's 3 months, I believe. Like I got in May, and my second dose was on September 2nd. So I guess 3 to 4 months. June,
Okay.
July, August, September. Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like everything is pre-booked. Like, when I booked the first dose itself, they booked my second dose too. So we don't
okay.
have to book later one.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. So we can get right into John Wick because
Yeah.
I ended up watching all three over the last three
Okay.
days.
Oh,
Have you seen all three?
multiple times.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Wow.
I love John Wick, man. It's awesome.
All right. So this is okay. Let me just explain how I got into John Wick. So I was working near Ottawa, and I was actually driving to Ottawa with uh, with someone, and we were going to I think we were going to a stand-up comedy show, and this guy who was in the car with me said, "Have you seen John Wick?" And I never heard about it. So I asked him, "What's it about?" And basically, he said, "Well, someone kills his dog, and then he gets really upset, and then he ends up killing a lot of people."
Yeah.
So I was
Mm,
like, "All right, that sounds pretty cool." But once he said that Keanu Reeves was in the movie, I was in. I wanted to see it.
okay.
And then a couple of years ago, I ended up watching it on Netflix, and man, I love it too. I just saw it for the fourth time a few days ago.
Oh, I watched like 3 times now, all 3 parts. It's crazy. Like I didn't even knew Keanu Reeves. Like I watched Matrix, I watched Rush before, but I didn't knew it was Keanu Reeves. So I was just browsing in first part. So I watched. I was like amazed. How the hell did they made a movie like this? How the killings in that were insane. How could
Oh,
someone kill with a pencil?
yeah. And they end
Yeah,
up showing you in
in the second part.
chapter
Yeah,
2 and chapter 3. Yeah.
yeah. So that's how I got to know about John Wick. Then I got interested in. Watched the second part, and the third part came in 2019 when I was in London.
Yeah.
So I watched it in London. I was lucky enough to watch it in theater. The other 2 parts I watched it on a laptop, but
Yeah. I remember seeing chapter 3 in theaters. We were both studying at the time,
yeah,
and it came out in the summer.
it was the first semester. Yeah,
And but going back to the first one, I really like it because the story is really simple. And I was talking to someone, and they were telling me they didn't like it because there was no plot. And I said, "Well, I mean, the plot is really simple. You know,
yeah,
somebody kills his dog. It was a gift from his dead wife, and they took his car. And then the rest of the movie is just revenge."
yeah.
So I appreciate it because I like watching the fight choreography.
True, because it was directed by a stuntman.
Two of them, yeah, co-directed, I believe, by Chad Stahelski
Yeah,
and David Leitch, I think.
yeah, I guess so. So obviously there will be a lot of stunts involved.
Well, one of the reasons I liked it is because normally in action movies that I've seen these days, or even going back for years, the action scenes are always cut together really quickly. So the cuts change, so you don't actually see too
Yeah,
much of the stunts actually happening. But in this one, it feels like there's longer periods without a cut, so that
yeah.
you can actually see someone
The
rolling or
the
yeah.
emphasis on the details.
Yeah.
They worked very well on the details, like how he reloads different guns. If it has, I don't remember the gun names, but for each different gun, John Wick actually reloads it in a different way so that it doesn't affect him. And
Oh, okay.
I guess in second part, I guess he takes someone's gun who's fallen down, and he has to modify his reloading style because that gun uh, shoots back, like recoils.
Right, you're talking about it's close to the beginning uh, when he escapes from the library and he's in
I guess,
some
yeah,
like gun shop or something.
yeah. That's the second one. In the second part, also there is some scene like this, but in the what you're saying about is the third part when he assembles a gun based on the bullet size. It doesn't fit into the barrel, so he has to change.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
something.
what I was thinking of. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you both. They are amazing, man.
Which part are you talking about in chapter 2? I don't remember.
I read about that part where he reloads differently in a review. So I don't remember exactly which scene it came in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do spend I don't know what to say. Like it shows you reloading, which you would think is taking a bit long, considering just based on how action movies are usually shown. Like basically, what I'm trying to say is the act of reloading in the John Wick movies feels longer than other movies, but
Yeah,
I don't have uh, much experience shooting guns or reloading and whatnot, so that's just what I see as a viewer without any experience. But with that being said, I think it's still cool to see it because I know that uh, people who do have experience can attest to whether it's actual skill that goes into doing that. You know what I mean?
yeah. And one more thing with John Wick, like which I like the most about is the characters doesn't speak unless they have to be spoken. The dialogues in that is a very minimum. They speak only when they have to speak, not like the
Are
any other
you
movie.
saying generally or specifically with John Wick, the character?
Generally, any
Yeah,
character in John Wick.
right. Yeah, I agree. The dialogue is very tight. It's like, yeah, it's exactly what you say. Whatever is spoken is necessary to move the story forward.
Yeah,
Hmm. And the one thing I do, the one thing I do like is that the world that's built throughout the three movies is obviously it's a world of assassins and killers, but there's some sort of structure to it and there are rules to it, so it feels formal, which just from watching is cool because you remember rules that you know are gonna come into play to move the story forward. So you're not surprised by some random thing that happens. So for example, they introduce markers in chapter 2. So you know if someone has a marker, it means uh, they did something for you and you owe them a debt and you have to repay them. It's a very simple rule and it's a great plot device in both chapter 2 and chapter 3.
yeah. The markers is good. They are bound to obey who the marker has, and it's good, good or good. It depends on the person who is asking the favor, right?
Yeah.
If like what is the character's name in the second part?
That dude,
Uh,
the D'Antonio.
yeah, D'Antonio. He asks a weird favor of John Wick.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Like, kill my sister for me. What?
Yeah,
But yeah, the rules are great. The markers, then you have the gold coins as currencies, and that gets you into the wherever you want to go.
yeah. Any job, one coin. It's simple. You don't have to calculate much.
Yeah, and yeah, the coins get you. I guess it get you everything because you call the cleanup crew after you know a fight or whatever, and you want to remove dead bodies from your house. That
Yeah,
happens in the first movie. Then you go to the Continental. You just yeah, I can't think of all the exact examples, but it's so
gun,
prevalent in the
suits.
series. Yeah, yeah, and it's true. Uh, it looks like it's a global currency too. You know, he goes to Europe. I don't know. I don't know if he was in Italy or where he was. Rome. He was in Rome
Rome,
in the second one.
second part.
So coins are there. Then in Morocco, the same coins. I presume they're the same coins are there.
Yeah, in Morocco they make those coins. They mint those coins, right?
Yeah, and then the high table coins are black. It looked like so that was interesting. So yeah, I'm curious about whenever chapter 4 comes out, how that's going to come into play.
Hopefully this year. He is against everyone now, and Continental isn't going to support him.
Well, we don't know that because the way chapter 3 ends, it it's shown as the Continental betraying John Wick, but
Yeah,
we already know that the head of the New York one, Winston, he's not very fond of the high table. So it could be a ploy to stay in the good graces of the high table and also start, the revolution, for lack of a better word.
maybe we have to wait and watch.
Yeah.
But there are less allies for John Wick now. That's what I believe.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think I have the opposite view of it. I feel like he has more allies now because in the third one, the high table, they punished uh what is it, Lawrence Fishburne's character, the Bowery King,
Yeah,
and uh
the woman in
in
the ballet.
yeah, the woman in the theater,
Yeah,
and also the Continentals. So my guess is they're gonna come together and do something. So in that way, I feel like he has more allies, but who knows?
wait and watch for fourth part.
Yeah, I read online they're going to start shooting it this year in June, so next month, and I think it's going to be released next year. That's what I read.
That will be good. At least we can watch in theaters by then.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to watch that movie on the screen, TV screen or laptop.
Hmm. Yeah, when I watched it this time, I was watching it on a 32-inch TV, but with headphones.
Okay.
So it's weird. It's like watching it on a big laptop.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, man, it's just great. I don't know what to say.
Uh, what's more interesting in John Wick? Even the dog he picks up in the end of the last part, like the detail where they show like it's going to be like death sentence for dog. Uh, they're going to keep into death. So he takes up that dog rather than any other dog in the shelter. If you have
Oh
noticed,
no, I didn't pick that up. That dog was marked for death.
yes,
Oh wow. Okay, I just thought it was a kennel. They just kept it there
no,
overnight.
it was marked to death, and he picks up that dog, not any other dog.
Ah, that's interesting because yeah, that's a cool element to the story because that's exactly what happens to him, right?
Yeah, maybe that's the reason he's so loyal to him. He doesn't. He just stays where he wants him to stay.
Yeah, and what's funny? What I thought was funny is in the third one, at the end of the movie, he fights. I don't remember his name, but the Asian dude who loves John Wick.
Yes.
He fights him, and the funny thing is that guy is a cat guy, and John Wick is a dog guy because you can see his cat when the high table lady comes to his shop, like his booth, right?
Yeah.
So that's funny because there's a parallel there because cats versus dogs, and then John Wick versus that guy, and then at the same time when he's in Morocco with with Halle Berry,
Oh, those two dogs are like fearsome. No one would expect like dogs could kill someone so fiercely
the funny thing was they started a fight
because he shot
because
the
the one dude shot her dog, right? So it's and then
and
right,
John Wick says don't.
yeah, he says don't, and then okay, so he says don't. They go through the whole fight sequence, and then I think she says something like, "He shot my dog," and he's like, "I get it." That was the funniest thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's very
Sorry, she's very what?
intelligent. She puts a body armor and guns in
Yeah,
the
inside the dog, inside the between the dog and the
yeah.
vest. Yeah.
It's a good one. I thought the dog was dead and John Wick's going to shoot again, but it, I didn't expect her to start the fight.
Mm. No, I saw it coming. I mean, basically, in the movie, you shoot a dog, you're gonna die. That's just how it is.
Yeah, based on this, there are many memes. Thanos comes and they say, "Okay, where's my mind stone?" Then Captain America points to John Wick's dog. "Okay, the dog has the mind stone," and then he kills the dog and takes the mind stone. Then John Wick comes, "Where's my dog?" And Thanos says, "You what?"
Man,
That meme was like hilarious.
yeah, dude,
That would be a good
I love
crossover.
it. Yeah, John Wick versus Thanos. That would be crazy. Yeah, man. But so, how else? What else is going on? I mean, I guess there's not much to do. You work, sleep,
Yeah, I
watch
work.
movies.
Oh, no, I lately I've lost my interest in watching movies and all because being in lockdown for 1 year, I finished all movies and there is nothing left to watch from past, and I'm waiting for a new movie every day. So it pissed me off and I stopped watching. So yeah, nowadays like we have a newborn at home. I stayed with my brothers, so we have a newborn at home. So we are mostly enjoying her time.
Oh yeah, that's probably endless hours of fun. I mean,
Yeah,
no movie can match that.
never. We are just enjoying those sweet moments. That's all.
That's nice to
And
hear.
lately, because of its good weather, I started going out, have a run, go for a run, come back.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Good. It's been 2 weeks now, and there is a school nearby, and there is a running track in that school. So as schools are closed now, everyone is using those running track to get back to the fitness which they have lost in last year. So I see many people there. Social distancing, but still, at least good to see people.
So what's your are you like do you have a routine you do at the track?
I tried to run 2 rounds. I'm starting. I run like 1.5 on the track, then I walk, and then I run again for one round.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty good.
yeah, I take breaks and then I don't sit, but I just walk and then start running again. So that increase my stamina day by day.
That's a great strategy. I've done that a lot too. When um, if you're really tired, I think it's better to walk it off
Hmm.
and at least try the jog again before stopping. Because once you stop, your heart rate kind of slows down more and it's harder to get going.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing casual runs. So normally when I go out for runs, I have a tendency to go fast and max out my heart rate around 180 and then kind of slow down. But a friend of mine told me that he started running at a target of around 140 beats per minute.
Okay.
But I have a smartwatch so I can see what my heartbeat is.
Okay.
But I don't actually look at it. Basically, what I have been doing is if I'm just jogging with a bounce to my step so that it's really slow. I do 9 minute kilometers,
Okay.
but I can go longer. Then I get the distance in my run. After the run, I'm not tired.
That's a good one too. And endurance, right? You're focusing on the endurance part, like run longer than getting tired.
Yeah, yeah, that's good for building up mileage. It's your endurance. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm working on my stamina. How fast I can run and how long both.
Oh yeah. Are you stretching as well? Because that's super important.
Yeah, I do stretch like before and after. I come back home and I do some stretches in the driveway.
That's good. Yeah, I think that's key. Um, yeah, I've been doing these fitness challenges every month.
Mhm.
So this month I'm trying to do a circuit every day. So it's a set of 8 to 10 exercises,
Okay.
but I haven't been doing it every day. So I mean, I don't know. It's basically a set of like some planks,
Okay.
squats, lunges, and push-ups in different sequences.
Yeah, it's good to keep those challenges because I see in our company there is a health policy where in our health insurance we have an app and they give a daily challenge, and for every challenge we complete they offer points, and with those points when you get around 12,000 points it is worth like $5 in the app, so we can buy something in the app.
That's cool. Are you
The
doing those?
I'm like they offer 10,000 when I started. Now I have like I started only recently, right? So I have 11 now 11,000. So
What are the challenges like?
uh, I started with the beginner, so they're like do 50 sit-ups and you get some
Oh,
points. Like yeah, small, not advanced, but beginner. But it was good,
man,
good start.
I don't know the last time I did sit-ups. I don't think I could do 50 right now.
Even they do for like steps we take.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know if it is there now, but before I joined, it was there. It seems like when the offices were open, people used to walk in the campus to get more steps, and they would offer some goodies at the end of the challenge, something like that. It was there when the offices were open.
Wow, yeah, I think that's a good. I don't know what to call it. I guess
Good initiative
motivation.
to keep people healthy.
Yeah, anytime you can buy stuff by being healthy, I feel like I would do that.
Yeah,
It's like run 10 kilometers and you get a free Starbucks drink. I would definitely do that.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been a big part of my day to day, just to stay busy. I've been doing a couple of challenges this month. The other one is filming. So just with the phone, trying to film at least 2 minutes a day.
Okay,
Then by the end of the month, I should have at least 1 hour of film content.
okay,
And then next month, I'm going to take all that film and make a short 5 minute video.
okay. So do you film on a theme basis or just casual?
It's it's gonna be a really boring video because most of my videos are just me writing stuff down and you can't even
Okay,
see the book because what
okay.
happens is at the end of the day it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm tired and I haven't filmed anything, so I just turn on the computer camera and just record myself doing nothing for 2 minutes, just so I can say that I recorded something for 2 minutes.
Okay. So everyday task, film something.
Yeah, but there's a couple of things here and there like going out. I have some footage of the trees and the grass, and you can hear me talking in the background. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be a good editing challenge for me.
Even photography challenge, I would say, because I follow many photographers online. So like one thing they say the most is every day film something.
Oh yeah.
Whatever it is, film something, you'll get practice. Do it daily.
Yeah. Yeah. The good thing is I'm always upset because I didn't film something good because it's just, me writing something down. So every day if I feel bad enough, one day I'm going to take that extra step and film something good, right? It gets your mind going and keeps you on task.
Yeah, you just need a theme. Sometimes it comes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been keeping me busy and trying to do some writing, trying to write 15 minutes a day as well for this one.
Oh,
So I started with the goal of writing jokes because one day I want to try an open mic stand up, 5 minutes or something.
okay.
But I'm having trouble writing jokes. So I've just switched to only writing, whatever. And hopefully I get one or two jokes out of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comedy is like everyone thinks comedy is easy, but it's the most difficult part, I believe.
Oh,
Making
I
someone
know.
laugh, making someone laugh is difficult.
I know. Because that was the goal. It's like, you know, you think you're funny because you watch a lot of comedy and then you try writing jokes and you can't even do it. That's where I am.
I have observed this one thing in particular. Like earlier, comedy used to be good, but recently, when I was some comedy open mic or anything, they're generating comedy by insulting others.
Mm,
So I was like, why do they have to do this? Why are you laughing when someone is insulting someone else?
mm.
So this one question raised in me, and I was like, I stopped watching then.
Was this, were you watching in person or just watching shows online?
Shows online. I never been to any open mic.
Yeah. So it's definitely different when it's there in person. So I've gone to some shows in Ottawa at Yuck Yucks, which is
Mhm.
like a basement comedy place. They have a
Okay.
bar and I don't know how many people it can hold. My guess is less than 100 people.
Mhm.
So that's a nice atmosphere because you're maybe 5 to 10 meters away from the comic and it feels very personal. So I like that. But I've also been to big shows. Like I saw Jim Gaffigan in Ottawa. One sec. Okay, so uh yeah, the Jim Gaffigan show it's a different vibe. Like if you're in a arena, then it's not very personal, but it's still good, and the jokes were good too. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, the insult comedy is its own vibe, like roast battles and things like that.
Yeah, like I don't know about comedy here because I have never been or seen anything here. Like in India, the local comedians. Uh, yeah, I have seen many of those. Even it's strange. They have TV shows based on this comedy. They do some skit and based on the comedy, especially. Yeah, I have been seeing them from my bachelor, so yeah, and I stopped when I felt like they are ruining the show by insulting, like they're generating comedy by insulting someone else, or so. Yeah, the only English comedy I saw was Trevor Noah, I guess, on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I felt his comedy was good. Like the way his imitation of others was good. He imitates very well different accents. It's good.
yeah. There's something about comics like or comedy specials like the Trevor Noah one. I don't know which one you saw. Was it the Are You Afraid of the Dark? Maybe that was the one.
Uh,
I
the
think there's one
one
also called Son of Patricia.
Son of Patricia.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember which one was which, but yeah, he talks a lot about his world travels and going to different places and, like you said, accents and stuff like that. And kind of a similar vibe to Russell Peters' old specials where he just insults different races of people.
Yeah. Even Trevor Noah, like there is one show where he insults. I don't know whether I should. He roasts Trump in front of all Americans, and they
Oh
all
yeah.
were laughing. It was fun. And so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, comedy's weird. Uh, it's fun to watch, but
Tough to
I
write.
think I've yeah, it's hard to write. Yeah, exactly. That's a good summary.
You'll get it just needs practice and one good moment.
Practice is what it needs, but it'll be a long time before I get to do that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still working on it, writing stuff down. So hopefully that turns out well.
It will.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So
So yeah,
are you doing those projects? Any projects lately?
projects, eh? Yeah, I'm doing this electronics project, but uh, I won't talk about that one because I don't know. I'm doing it with some people. We decided not to talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm taking this power electronics course on Coursera. It's 15 weeks. You kind of do it
Oh,
on your own time, and
okay.
there's an assignment every week. You watch lecture videos and you answer the questions, and it's pretty tough. We look at converter circuits, so
Okay.
DC to DC, AC DC, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Uh, I kind of understand what they're teaching, but it's hard to solve the problem. So I don't know. I'm doing my best there.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that project. And aside from that, obviously this podcast thing. So this is fun. Talk to people during COVID because you can't really meet them in person anyway. And yeah, it's been fun to
Yeah,
talk to
true.
old friends. And yeah, in the past, a friend of mine from high school who is a stand-up comic, so that was fun to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
And another guy I just talked to, he's her name is Sarah Douglas. I don't know. I think she's still in New Zealand. I'm not sure. And I just did a podcast with my friend Phil, who's the bassist for a band from London called Texas King.
Okay.
So that was cool. And there's a bunch of other people too. So it's always fun to talk to people.
Yeah, that's the one thing I feel which I'm not doing, talking to people. Because I don't
Yeah.
have many friends here, and all my friends are based out in India. So we have a time difference. So most of the time we are like, either they are sleeping or I am sleeping. So
Right.
we just talk like once in a month. That's all.
Yeah, it sucks too because you can't really make friends because you're not allowed to go
Yeah,
out, right?
true.
Man. Yeah, it's tough. I did 2 co-op semesters in Brampton way back in the day, and I kind of had the same experience. Obviously, I'm not you know, not an international student, so it wasn't too bad. I could come and visit family on weekends, but yeah, there's not too much to do in Brampton from what I remember.
There's a lot of food to eat.
Right, but if you eat a lot of food,
lot,
all there is to do is sleep.
lot of good food. That's one. That's one thing Brampton has.
Yeah,
Like there are many Indian restaurants. Like, I mostly prefer Indian rather than
yeah,
any other cuisine. So there are many. Like in London, there aren't many, but here there are too many options for food.
right. Where do you go to eat? What's your favorite place?
It's Biryanis and more. It's a franchise from Hyderabad.
Hmm.
They have it here in Brampton, so we regularly get a biryani from there.
Okay, it's cool. I haven't been there, so you're right. There's a lot of places there. I'm just trying to think where I ate. I lived close to Tandoori Flame, so that's basically the only place I went
Okay,
when I was there.
I haven't been to
That's
Tandoori Flames. Maybe I have. To.
it was okay. It was you know, it's a big buffet, so
Oh, buffets are closed now, so
yeah, right.
maybe that's why we didn't. We never. I never visited that place.
Mhm. Yeah, but Brampton's a big city. They have like 6, 7, 8 lane roads, which when I first went there was crazy because that's so much road.
Okay.
I mean, in London you have maximum 5 or 6 lanes, most of the time four. So yeah, a lot of people there too, which is interesting because I'm from India, but I grew up here in London. So whenever I go to Brampton, it's like all I see is Indians.
Indian.
So it's
True.
it's it's familiar, but it's weird. It's like I'm not used to it. I mean, now I am because I've lived there for a time, but when I grew up here before uh, doing my bachelor's, I would spend most of my time in London, and at that time there weren't many Indians here that I was friends with, or we had family friends. So this was about a decade ago. But even now in London, a lot of students are coming,
Yeah.
going to Fanshawe and Western. So yeah, it's definitely growing.
Yeah. Many Indians are coming to Canada, and Canada is inviting a lot
Mhm.
of foreign workers.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, um, you know, uh, how else are you keeping busy? I mean,
Work for 8 hours, run for an hour, rest for less.
yeah,
That's all
pretty
I'm doing.
standard every day.
Yeah, it's standard now.
Oh
Like
yeah,
once you
okay.
start working, it will be, I guess you know it. When you work for 8 hours, you'll be tired a bit and then you take rest sometime.
Yeah, I'm still looking for work, so that's one thing that is not crossing my mind right now. Because when you're looking for work, you're just sad that you don't have work. Then you start working, and then a month into it, you realize that you're going to be tired all the time.
True. Last year I was like that. I didn't know what I have to do. I was mostly preparing for interviews and applying for interview jobs, and also I had my visa status, so I had to write few exams for that. So I was pretty doing that complete last year. Didn't do anything else. Like I started
Yeah.
working this January, so and everything changed
Oh yeah. This January, like this year or last year?
this year, 2021.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good, man. So do you have any tips for getting interviews or whatnot?
Have referrals.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
Get referrals. It's very tough to get a job without
Mm.
referrals.
Yeah. Yeah. And COVID has kind of put a wrench in things because I was interviewing with one company. They were interested,
Mhm.
but they had some delays in hiring because of COVID related business problems.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what, but I presume it was something to do with their supply chain. Like they couldn't get some materials. Then I got an email then and they said, okay, we're going to start hiring again.
Okay.
And so we're going to look into your application. But then 2 or 3 days after that was this lockdown. So
Okay.
so again, I'm waiting. but I'm still trying to apply for jobs. But what really what I've noticed is a lot of jobs they just repost the same job, and they don't hire.
Yeah, I have seen that. Like last year, I have seen like some jobs. They are posting the same job which I have posted in January. I saw the same job in August, again in
Yeah.
October.
Yep.
I keep on applying for it. I won't get any response.
Yeah, exactly. I applied to some, uh, 2 or 3 times, but after a while, you kind of know, oh, this is a repeat. Let's just ignore this one.
It happened to a friend of mine. No, sorry, Abdul, right?
Yes.
So we both were applying to a job last year. So he got a call, I guess, 2 weeks before
Yeah.
that you have applied for our company, and he was like, "I applied last year. Why are you calling now?"
Wow, they called him 1 year later.
Yeah, and I don't know
That's,
if
I
they,
mean, that's good because at least they're keeping your resume around.
but they don't have that position open.
And why did they call?
I don't know why did they call.
Oh, that's dumb. If they're calling without a reason.
They called you. We saw your application. He said, "Yeah, I applied for last year," and they
Oh, it
didn't
was just a call to say we've received your application.
don't know. They haven't
Okay.
informed anything after that regarding any interview. So
Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard of The Expanse? It's a TV show on Prime Video.
no, I haven't. What is it about?
It's just like a sci-fi space opera.
Okay,
It's set a few hundred years in the future, and it's based on a book series. I'm reading the book series now.
okay,
There are 5 seasons out now. I think they're doing the sixth one. Stories about so in the future you have Earth and Mars, people living on Earth and Mars, and then you also have people living in the outer solar system. So you have kind of
okay,
three big political entities. You have Earth, Mars, and the outer planets,
okay.
and they're basically in a state of Cold War.
Oh, okay,
And then all of a sudden, this alien molecule comes in, and yeah, things happen, and people fight, and there are space battles and aliens. It's pretty cool.
okay. I have to see. Like
Yeah.
lately, as I wanted to read books. So one thing I bought when I got my job is I got a Kindle for myself. So uh, I never read books in my life. So I started with Rich Dad Poor Dad. One of my friends suggested. I completed that book and I'm waiting what to read now.
What are you looking for? Fiction, nonfiction,
Uh, Fiction, thrillers,
thriller? Okay, like like action thriller.
yeah,
Okay.
and anything with mystery or something in the end which changes the plot twist.
Okay. Well, I've read a lot of the Jack Reacher thriller books. You may have seen the
I
movies with
wa-
Tom Cruise.
I watched all Jack Reacher movies.
Did you like him?
Yeah, it was good action. I enjoy action movies.
Yo, they're making a TV show now on Amazon Prime for Jack Reacher.
Oh, I didn't knew that.
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet, but I'm excited. I'm gonna watch that.
Okay,
So the character is based on a book series which stars him. It's been going on for more than 20 years, I think. The author is Lee Child, and yeah, if you want an action thriller, you can probably read any one of them. They're good.
okay. I'll get one. Even
Uh,
I took a there is a library here, Brampton Library. So I took a membership with them, and even they I applied for a session. So we have to send an email, and they will suggest some books.
oh,
So I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, dude. My favorite Jack Reacher book is called The Hard Way. I think it's the eighth one that was written.
Okay.
The reason it's my favorite is because it was the first one I read, and I was way too young to read it because are you frozen or are you still there? You're still there. Okay.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. So yeah, The Hard Way is my favorite book because it's the first one I read, and I was way too young when I read it, probably 14, I think. I
Okay.
was actually on vacation in India visiting family, and they took me to this giant bookstore, and I got that one, and it was great. So yeah, you could always check that out.
Okay. I'll note it down.
Also, are you on Goodreads?
No, I am not. I don't, like I said, I don't read much, right? So I thought, why should I get a membership right now? Let me read few books first, and then when I'm habituated to reading every day, then I'll get.
Yeah, I mean, if you sign up, just look me up. I can have
Okay.
a whole list of books there. Um, but yeah,
How do I
that's
look
good,
up,
man.
and do you have an ID with, or
Sorry.
in Goodreads, we just have to search for good like thrillers. It will be by the genre, or should we search with specific books?
There's a lot of ways. You can search by the genre. You can search by new releases. You can search by
Okay.
author, series. Um, and since you have a Kindle, I'm guessing it's already included the Goodreads in the Kindle. Is that right?
I have to see. I didn't see.
Oh, basically, Goodreads and Kindle are both owned by Amazon, from my understanding. So I think they
Okay.
integrate well. I have a Kobo, so that doesn't work, but I just use the web browser to log in.
Okay.
And yeah, I like it. It's cool. You can you can also enter giveaways for free books from authors.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I haven't won a single time, but I still enter because whatever. Um,
Okay.
so, what got you into reading? Like, what made you want to read?
Uh, I got. I don't know. Watching movies. I'm just bored of watching movies now. So I thought, like, many movies are based on books. So I thought, why don't I read books for rather than waiting for them to make a movie and watch it.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, I like reading. I've been reading for 20 years almost.
Yeah, it's a good thing to read.
Yeah, you can probably
Yeah,
see I
I
have
see a lot of books
a
there.
bookshelf. Yeah, yeah. I have
Yeah, with
a problem, and my problem is uh, I just want to buy books all the time, but you can't
oh
read the books as fast as you buy them.
yeah. You like the hard copy or and soft copy or in the
Um, well, yeah, I prefer paperback. I don't really like holding hardcovers,
okay.
but new books are always only in hardcovers. So it depends. Uh, but for the most part, I prefer reading a physical book, but I also have an e-reader,
Okay.
and those are convenient. So uh, yeah, I use the e-reader for some books. Others, you can just like buy them secondhand or something.
Okay. I have never
Yeah,
bought a physical book till like I never bought a book. It's
yeah.
just the
There's a
e-reader and the one ebook I bought.
oh yeah. So you like how do you like the Kindle?
It's good. Like we can read at nights without affecting our eyes.
Mhm.
That's a good thing to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it have the adjust brightness and what is it called? Uh, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess it. I'm not sure. It's a very basic version of Kindle.
Okay.
So I've set up in the starting with the basic defaults, and that's all. I didn't do any modification later on. Only thing I do is I just adjust the fonts sometimes. I increase or decrease.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So what is Rich Dad Poor Dad about?
Um, it's mainly about how we think, how the rich thinks, and how the poor thinks about money,
Oh,
making
okay.
money. So the author's dad is a poor dad, and he has a friend whose dad is a rich dad. So what is the difference between both their thoughts and how do they make money?
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I kind of I read a book called The Wealthy Barber Returns.
Mhm.
Have you heard of Dragon's Den?
No, I haven't.
Anyway, it's a show where companies go and talk to investors,
Like Shark Tank.
like Shark Tank. Yeah, it's the Canadian version.
Okay.
And there was a dragon called Dave Chilton, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, he wrote two books. One was The Wealthy Barber, and the other was The Wealthy Barber Returns.
Mhm.
So I just read the second one, and it's financial advice for people. So I guess I don't know how that would fit in with the Rich Dad Poor Dad because I haven't read Rich
Yeah,
Dad Poor Dad.
even this is a financial advice, how to get knowledge in financial.
Mhm.
So like when I started working, I thought, okay, I have to work on my financial skills and I need to get knowledge on how to manage my finances. So I asked my friend of mine, then he says to start with Rich Dad Poor Dad. So
Oh, okay.
I took
Yeah,
up
yeah.
with that, and um, in financial sector, I'm thinking to read the Intelligent Investor. I guess the book name is the Intelligent Investor. Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
it's good to have that knowledge. That's what I understood.
So investing in the stock market.
Not only stocks, real estate,
Oh, okay.
businesses, how
Yeah,
to invest and what to expect.
that's smart. Investing in real estate. That's what I always hear. But I don't know, man. It's like you buy a house, you got to keep paying off the house. So you got to keep working. It's obviously a good investment because it typically increases in value. But I don't know how I feel about it.
Real estate is a good business, but we need to have some knowledge on it before investing. We
Yeah.
need to know the market. We need to do a lot of research and analysis.
Yeah. I'm not about that right now. So I think I'm just going to hold off on that for now.
Yeah, it's not. We don't have enough financials to invest right now, but what we can do is we can gain knowledge. That's all. That's what I think. When time comes, we don't be getting behind. So there is this thing in the Rich Dad Poor Dad. Some people wait for money, and when money comes, they don't know what to do. Some people don't have money, and they know what to do. They'll find a way how to get that money.
Interesting. So wait, what?
Some people wait for money, when they get
Yep.
that money, like imagine you're waiting for a lottery and you get a lottery and you don't know what to do with the lottery.
Okay.
You go broke.
Right,
And
right,
some
right.
people, they don't have money and they know what to do, how to use the money. They will find a way to get that money.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how I fit into that. It's like I don't really know what to do. Yeah, I've kind of put all my eggs in one basket, which is studying engineering, doing technical jobs, and that's basically the only way that I know how to make money.
yeah,
Oh, just hoping for another job.
same goes with me. All our eggs in same. We all did engineering and hoping for earn money by doing a job.
Yeah, as an investment, that's a poor investment because you're relying on one source of income. But
I
it's
agree.
smart that you're learning about investing so you can kind of diversify your sources of income like real estate or other investments.
Like it's a long term, not it doesn't happen in 1 or 2 years, I guess, but hopefully someday will come when we don't have to work.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, in a very simple investment is just a tax-free savings account in Canada. Maybe you already have that, but
Yes, I do.
anyway. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, it's already been an hour. I don't know.
It's a good weather outside.
Yeah.
How is it in London? In Brampton, there are some cool breezes, I guess, and it's about to rain.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
raining here in the morning, but now it's only sun.
no, I guess it's about to rain here.
Yeah, my guess is the storm came from London because I think you guys are more north from London. So, yeah. I think we can wrap it up here. I don't really have.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I mean, thanks again for chatting. It was cool, and yeah, best of luck with everything. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
No, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I can say I have been on a podcast.
Yeah, just cross that off your list, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
This is Row Talk.